Social media. It's supposed to connect us, right? A platform where we can share our lives, our joys, and our sorrows. But for many Indians, it's a minefield of prejudice, a place where the promise of connection often turns into a battleground of bias. We log in to connect with friends, share some laughs, maybe learn a thing or two. We hope to find a sense of community and belonging. Instead, we're bombarded with the ugly side of the internet. The racism, the casual stereotyping, the comments that make us feel less than human. It's like a digital elephant in the room, and everyone's pretending it's not there. We scroll past it, hoping it will go away, but it never does. We see it in the comments section, lurking beneath seemingly harmless posts. It's always there, a shadow that taints our online experience. Jokes about our accents, our food, our culture. These aren't just jokes. They're microaggressions that chip away at our self-esteem, memes that reduce our identities to tired cliches. They strip away our individuality and paint us with a broad, offensive brush. It's insidious, it's pervasive, and it's time we call it out for what it is, plain and simple racism. We need to stand up and say, enough is enough. This isn't just banter or people having a laugh. These jokes cut deep. They leave scars that aren't easily healed. They reinforce harmful stereotypes and perpetuate a culture of prejudice against Indians. They make us feel like outsiders in our own digital spaces. They tell us we're not good enough, not welcome, not respected. They send a message that we don't belong. And that's a message that needs to be challenged head-on. We need to reclaim our space and demand the respect we deserve. So, what does this online racism actually look like? It takes many forms, some subtle, some glaringly obvious. You see it in the mocking of Indian accents, reducing our diverse languages and dialects to a caricature. Then there's the obsession with skin tone, equating fairness with beauty and success, perpetuating harmful colonial hangovers, but it goes beyond that. It's the casual stereotyping, the assumption that all Indians are tech support scammers or work in call centers. It's the fetishization of our culture, reducing our rich history and traditions to exotic costumes and tourist attractions. It's the constant barrage of negativity, chipping away at our self-esteem and sense of belonging. Now some might ask, why? Why target Indians? Why is there such animosity directed towards a community that has contributed so much to the global tapestry? The answer, unfortunately, is complex. Part of it stems from plain ignorance, a lack of exposure to the rich and varied traditions that define Indian culture, a lack of understanding and appreciation for our diverse culture and heritage. Many people have never experienced the vibrancy of an Indian festival, or the depth of our historical contributions. This ignorance is often fueled by biased media portrayals, perpetuating stereotypes and reinforcing negative perceptions. Movies and TV shows sometimes depict Indians in a narrow, often negative light. Then there's the role of global power dynamics. In the international arena, power struggles and geopolitical interests can shape public opinion in subtle yet significant ways. We live in a world where certain voices and narratives dominate, often at the expense of others. The stories that get told are those that align with the interests of the powerful. This can lead to the marginalization and misrepresentation of communities like ours. Our stories, our struggles, and our triumphs often go unheard or are misrepresented. And let's not forget the role of algorithms. These unseen forces shape our online experiences in ways we might not even realize. Social media platforms, driven by engagement, often amplify content that's inflammatory or divisive, creating echo chambers of hate and prejudice. This can make it seem like negative opinions are more widespread than they actually are. So what can we do? How can we make a difference in our communities and beyond? First, we need to talk about it, openly and honestly. Conversations are the first step towards understanding and change. Call out racism wherever we see it, online or offline. It's important to stand up and speak out. Don't let these hateful comments slide by. Report them. Every action counts. Use the tools available to flag abusive content and hold perpetrators accountable. Social media platforms have mechanisms in place for this, but it's not just about calling out the bad, it's also about amplifying the good. Let's focus on the positive aspects of our community. Let's celebrate our culture, our achievements, our resilience. Our heritage is rich and diverse. Let's share stories of success, of unity, and of overcoming challenges, of the countless positive contributions Indians make around the world. Our impact is significant and far-reaching. Let's flood our feeds with love, with understanding, with respect. Positive messages can create a ripple effect. Let's use our voices to drown out the hate and build a more inclusive online space for everyone. Every voice matters because at the end of the day, we're all in this together. Unity and solidarity can drive real change.